Even Barack Obama says about women that what I can say pretty indisputably is that you're better than us. Really? Because I don't remember Michelle taking out Bin Laden.
If you would like to come hang out and chat, make sure you join one of my live streams, either on Twitch or my other YouTube channel. Those links are down below. Also my Patreon, where I have more content on there that you haven't seen if you haven't joined.
Oh, please. Okay, you tell me where you can get aborted fetuses for 70 cents on the dollar. You tell me, Chuck. Yeah, I didn't think so. You know, I'm just like the fetuses, Chuck. I wasn't born yesterday either. Uh-huh.
Hey guys. Today I'm going to be reacting to New Rule, Make Dads Great Again. Real time with Bill Maher.
Finally, new rule, let's make the Father's Day we just celebrated the last one that takes place in a culture where dads have become such punching bags. Literally the last demographic group that TV, ads, and movies can still depict as clueless, useless dipshits. Basically just another child that mom has to look after. Every sitcom is, tonight on ABC, Larry burns down the house. And the tagline in the commercial for every household product is basically, because your husband is a moron.
I actually noticed that growing up. Either it was pointed out to me or not, but I think it was first pointed out in shows, how most of the father figures play oafs, or they're just all really stupid. I mean, the very obvious ones are like Family Guy, where Peter's an actual just idiot and Lois has to typically figure out how to fix his issues.
Moving in together. It's a big step. A test. A test that Jeff failed miserably.
You know, I'm not sure when this trend started, but I'm going to blame the 1987 movie Three Men and a Baby.
Let me guess, it's the, how do we change a diaper? And it's three men trying to figure out as if it's some huge rocket science. Like, they're just mocking the fact that it comes to a mother either naturally or it only takes one woman to figure out really basic, simple things. Whereas even not one or two, but three men can't figure it out.
The premise of which is that three grown men can't manage to keep a baby alive. The same year gave us Married with Children, with its idiot shoe salesman of a father, followed by an endless parade of eye-roll, short-bus dads, Homer Simpson, Family Guy, Modern Family, Malcolm in the Middle, Everybody Loves Raymond, Home Improvement, according to Jim. And it's not just the old-school broadcast TV sitcoms. It's everywhere. It's highbrow streaming stuff, it's major motion pictures, it's minor motion pictures. It's in everything.
Totally not disagreeing with him, considering a lot of these are either before my time or I just simply didn't watch them. But the reason why I didn't say Home Improvement, because I've never seen an episode myself, and my assumption, based off the fact that it's called Home Improvement, is that this guy isn't an oaf. And he's capable, he can fix, he's Home Improvement. It's kind of, I could see, yeah, it's over the top, like everything. Homer Simpson's a great example too. He's such an idiot, and Marge and Lisa are like the smart ones of the family. Because even Bart's a little troublemaker, where I don't think he does very good in school. I mean, Lisa's known as the overachiever, and she's just a young girl. We're just talking about fathers. And yes, Homer is also just a dummy. But I could see both arguments. Completely agree with him, and that is how a lot of the male characters are, specifically fathers and husbands. But at the same time, I don't think that there's nearly as many shows with women leads. And people probably don't want to watch a show like that. Like, oh, what is it like being a mom and a wife? I don't think those shows have done as well or have been made as often.
It's highbrow streaming stuff, it's major motion pictures, it's minor motion pictures. It's in everything. And look, I know, I don't have any kids. I made a different choice in life and decided to have money. You're not lying. But all these shows.
I can't name a lot of personal ones myself because I don't watch a lot of TV and didn't grow up watching a lot of, I guess, like family sitcoms. The biggest one that I can use as an example, I actually don't think this is true. I think of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And the father figure in there is Uncle Phil. And I just remember him being extremely intelligent. He's a great father figure. In fact, he's constantly telling Will and educating him how to be a man because he doesn't actually have his father there or present. Even whenever he comes into one of the episodes, I think Phil gets really protective of him and knows what to say and do to Will whenever he's going through the hard time with his biological father, because Uncle Phil is such not only good father to his own children, but great at taking in Will, who's not even his blood.
They can't all be lying about what it's like to have kids.
Your EQ is off the charts, Nick.
Aha, Nick. I'm Nick now. What happened to Dad?
Well, I don't know, Nick. What happened to Dad?
You're an asshole. Hate coming here.
Why are you acting so dickish? I mean, it is only $10.
Charlotte, do you hear how they talk to me? Do you hear how you gotta say something?
Whoa, hold on. When are you guys planning on coming home?
By 11 or 12?
Yeah, soon.
You know you both have school tomorrow.
That's true. We do. Yeah, he's right.
Solid parenting, Dad. Come on.
Kids today, they're like Trump. They think the rules don't apply to them.
Ooh, sting. Okay, again, a little difficult to respond directly to his examples because I haven't seen a lot of those. But I do think I kind of remember the scene from War of the Worlds. If I remember correctly, the mother is more present, no? Feel free to correct me in the comments. I don't want to spread, actually, you're wrong. I haven't seen it since I was a child, so don't come for me. But I think I remember the mother just being a bit more present. And the whole issue that they have with their father is that he's never on time and he hasn't been there for them as much. He just doesn't remember certain things about them. I can see what he's saying. You have to put that thing and that burn in everything. This is just how all characters are. In every movie, in every show, in every commercial, the fathers are just like, wait, I have 3 kids?
Mom is always the smart one, the good one. He's just lucky to be in her orbit. And I get it that this is a correction to centuries of women being deemed the weaker sex, but how long does the correction last? And when will men stop making me throw up in my mouth with the way they pander so nakedly? Ryan Gosling says, I think women are better than men. They're better than us.
People just can't get it right in the middle. And even if a show does say that something's a bit fair, there are still people and audience members who will pick sides. I mean, I think one good example is Breaking Bad. Skyler. I remember notoriously the internet hating Skyler, thinking she was naggy, annoying, just awful mother, annoying wife, awful woman. But at the end of the day, someone made a really good point. Her husband, out of nowhere, after finding out that he's going to die, started making and selling meth.
You're goddamn right.
Ryan Gosling says, I think women are better than men. They're better than us. And Harry Styles' t-shirt agrees. Terry Crews believes it. He says women are smarter than men for real. Even Barack Obama says about women that what I can say pretty indisputably is that you're better than us. Really? Because I don't remember Michelle taking out bin Laden.
I mean, it's funny, but also kind of yikes. Yeah, it's unfortunate that Michelle has an education from Harvard. She's very educated, but I mean, when you marry the president, you're the president's wife. That's kind of what the country's gonna know you for, so.
Really? Because I don't remember Michelle taking out bin Laden. And here's Will Ferrell's quick human history recap.
Men, we've been running the show since what, 10,000 BC, something like that? And we're not doing so good. Isn't it just time for women to run the planet?
I mean, every single celebrity, especially the fact that they're like all men, saying women are smarter, women are more capable, I wish women would just take over, is so cringy. Like, who paid you to say that? Are you just tired of, like, fighting your wife? I don't know what it is, but it's a bit corny.
Yes, a sentiment Leonard Cohen concurs with, saying, I wish the women would hurry up and take over. Well, you know what? Many of them have. And it wasn't that different Queen Mary burned 300 people at the stake just for being Protestant. Cleopatra, Catherine the Great, Golda Meir, Indira Gandhi, none of them were any less violent or hard-assed than men. Hillary voted for the Iraq War. Marie Antoinette let them eat cake.
But yes, he's right. There's plenty of women who are just as violent, make just as many mistakes, maybe even more so. But I think that it crosses the lines in both territories. Women don't need to take over, and they're not smarter or better. However, if the pendulum is swinging this way because there's such a fight to say, hey, stop making women feel like we're so insignificant and so inferior, then that's like base. Like could we do that? However, I agree. Let's not go overboard. No one needs to say women are more capable or need to take over or bleh. Stop. Okay? Plenty of men are in charge and things are working fine. Just don't touch it. Leave it alone.
So besides being historically naive, this cringy pandering is why teenage boys flock to jerks like Andrew Tate. Now, if you don't know who he is, your teenage son does. He's an accused rapist turned influencer whose videos get billions of views, where he says things like women should bear responsibility for being sexually assaulted. Yes, he's a huge asshole, and your kid thinks he's cool.
I won't share a negative or positive opinion about Andrew Tate. I don't want that to be the topic of today, and I'm not really one for sharing my opinions, but if his opinion is that, hey, this is not giving a lot of people options of who they look up to, then that's completely fair. Whether you like him or not, people should have more influence of, oh, this is what a really good uncle or father or husband is like.
Because that's the choice of role models that an American teenage boy has. Either performative pussyhood or the manosphere. Jesus, can't the pendulum ever land in the middle in this country? Can't we have something in between a complete cuck who dares not open his mouth for fear of mansplaining and owning a tiger?
What a great example! If all of the media that you see in commercials and shows, even the cartoons that are kind of making you feel like, oh, dads, boys are useless, men are stupid. No one likes men. Well, then they kind of turn forward like that possible insecurity build to a very limited supply of podcasters. And again, this isn't a negative opinion on anyone who's owned a tiger. I didn't realize that there was a theme. Or making fun of people who are sensitive to women's topics. But yeah, a middle ground would be nice.
The Democrats are always asking, how do we win back men? Just be real. Not a monster and not a doormat. Is that so hard? And as far as the last 10,000 years thing, well, who invented the wheel and figured out fire? I don't know. No one knows. Totally could have been a woman. And women throughout history undoubtedly would have contributed more if men had taken them more seriously, like those African-American math whizzes at NASA who helped put a man on the moon.
Oh, that's nice. Very nice way to put it. But yes, that doesn't mean that you should discredit men. And I really like how he summed up much better than me. You don't have to be a monster, but you also don't have to be a doormat. There's an in-between where you're fully capable, maybe even more capable in a lot of situations and certain things that women just aren't. But that doesn't mean that you have to be a monster and take advantage of your strengths and berate her or belittle her and overpower her. But yeah, let's stop making men feel like, oh, you just can't do anything right. I have to do everything myself. Like, let's not do that either.
But let's not pretend, my fellow humans with a penis, who are so down on yourselves, that your convenient, pleasant, cushy lives would be anything close to that without a few little things that men did contribute, like electricity and batteries and movies, microphones, the plow, the compass, the clock, the alarm clock, the printing press, the internet, the toilet, the telescope, penicillin, planes, the Magna Carta, the telephone, the smartphone, rockets.
Of course, there's a lot of women who probably had their own hand in inventions, writing books, writing theories that were not only shared with men and their names were completely just written off or overshadowed because nobody liked to credit or would credit or could credit women back in the day. But there are countless things, endless things that only men have done.
The theory of universal gravitation, refrigeration, air conditioning, the theory of evolution, the computer, AI. Oh, sorry about that one. And the George Foreman grill. You know. Men built the railroads and the roads.
I mean, there's countless things that men have contributed or invented or how to handle and arranging completely on their own. Even maintaining it. A lot of those jobs, maintaining things that men have always been into or invented, are typically now still run by men and taken care of. Because they're either dangerous jobs or they're high labor jobs. They're not useless people, and it's so ridiculous to act like the blue-collared worker or the dad or something is like an oaf or dumb, or he must not be that intelligent because he's a plumber, or he must not be that smart because he just fixes wires and stuff. Like, I don't know what exactly the idea is, but it's unfortunate that men are kind of treated like they can't really do anything, like they're useless, considering they're typically the ones to fix a lot of problems that make people comfortable today.
Not to mention democracy and the Bill of Rights. And oh yeah, dying by the tens of millions to end slavery, defeat fascism, and face down communism. When your power goes out and comes back in 20 minutes, that's because a man in a raincoat went out in the wind and the lightning and climbed a pole and fucked with live wires. I'm just saying, men were not completely useless. So if you want to... If you want to know what to get Dad next Father's Day, how about a little respect?
And you could argue women are better at certain things, that whenever it comes to nurturing and childcare and a lot of things that are really important that men either don't care about or they aren't as good at inherently. But there's a lot of things that they should be appreciated for. Because when they're around, sure, you can carry your own groceries, but if they're around, they're gonna do it for you. They're gonna kill the bug, they're gonna carry the groceries, they're gonna help you fix a wire, they're gonna put something together, maybe the computer, all of it. Yeah, still an interesting video. Hope you guys liked it. Sorry for pausing so much. HBO. If you haven't already, make sure you check out all my other links, and I'll see you all next time.